I'm gonna hang out.
Also because I need to go to the Apple store and they ain't open yet.
All right, but I didn't even throw that part out there. You want to add that?
And I love the people. I love them. The ones that love me.
So we're gonna do the Monday morning quarterback overtime because we're taking calls. I said before the break, Michigan fans, I know you've been hearing it for 10 years, right? You've been hearing it for a decade. You've been hearing Paul Feinbaum running his mouth, right? Michigan will never beat Ohio State again. It'll never happen. They can't do it. You've heard all of that for all these years. This is your time for the get back, right? This is your time to let them have it. This is the time to get your dose of act right served out. The phone lines are open at 734-998-1050. We got our Monday morning quarterback here with us as well. We got Ira Man in the phones. Mr. Weintraub, take us to the phones right now.
Well, there's only one place to start, Sam, after that big victory and sending Michigan down to Indianapolis with the win over Ohio State. We stay in Ann Arbor with our friend Jake. Good morning, Jake.
What a great day to be a Michigan Wolverine. I want to give a big kiss out to the Michigan football team. Also, I want to give we are 5 awesome days till the next Michigan football game for the Big Ten Championship and 2 awesome days till Michigan basketball, the next Michigan basketball game. I want to hear you, Wolverine Nation. When I say go, you say blue. Go!
Blue!
Go!
Blue! Blue!
It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. It's great to be a Michigan Wolverine. One game, one play, one moment at a time. I'll hang up and listen. Go blue, win or lose. I'll hang up and listen. Go blue, shock the world.
Good for you, Jake. No one deserves it more than Jake, right? Win or lose, you hear from Jake. All right, Ira, let's go back to the phones. We got our Monday morning quarterback in the building. Where are we going next?
We're going to Ken in Lansing. What's up, Ken?
Hey, guys. How we doing? Hey, Sam. How are you?
Hey, man. I couldn't be better. Ken, how are you?
Hey, I didn't talk to you guys in a minute.
How you feeling, Ken? You feeling better? You feeling vindicated? You feeling fired up?
Well, let's just say I didn't go to sleep till 1 o'clock Sunday afternoon.
Right? I hear you, man.
Like you said, Sam, 10 years in the making, buddy. I stayed up all night just to hear the damn top of the hour reports about us kicking their ass.
Hey, Devin, I'm influencing the people, man. I'm influencing the people, Devin.
Can't just say whatever you want on the radio.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
That word is not one of the 7 banned words, Devin.
Oh,
now, you can't attach it to anything, but you can, especially after it, but you can say that word.
Hey, Ken, they just ran out of time kicking their ass. They would still be kicking it right now if it was still time on the clock.
Oh, my
Devin Gardner. Come on, Devin. Man of the people. Let the people have their moment. Let them have their moment.
I agree. Have it. Have your moment.
734-998-1050. Where are we going next, Diane?
All right, Sam, we're going to Daryl in Grand Rapids. What's up, Daryl?
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
It's going great, Daryl.
Hey, I've been hearing about it the last 20 years because, it wasn't just the streak. It just seemed like everything bad that could happen, it did happen. I still remember Lamar Woodley getting held in Columbus when they won that national championship, and that we should have won that game. I remember when the team got held by the state police 2 hours before the game. After that, it's just one thing after another. So, and I remember Ryan Day saying you better hope that there's a mercy rule because they would try to score 100. All that stuff, burning jerseys. I remember the one guy trying to put a hit out on Logan Tillman for burning a letter from Ohio State. All that stuff, and so now they got their come up and they can't handle it. It's one game, and they're cowering, the cowards that they are. And it's for guys like Devin Gardner who broke his foot. And I watched that game. If he was healthy, we would have won that one. So,
I agree.
It's great.
Talk to him. Can you say that one more time for the people in the back? I don't know if they heard you or not. 450 with a broken foot. We probably had 550.
I'm telling you, him and then the running back that was right across the street over there. Oh man, just so much. And we go into the game and we had an injured running back and he wore them out. It's just beautiful to see because they couldn't play physical football. When it was time to man up, they cowered down like the punks that they are.
Don't you love it, Devin? Devin, don't you love it?
He ain't
You gotta
lying.
love it.
He ain't lying. He ain't lying.
Hey, when it came time to finish, and this Ohio State thought that they were going to see the same Michigan that they saw the last two times. They come out of the break, we're going to beat the brakes off of them, right? Didn't happen. So then Michigan is taking it to them, right? Ohio State, they get on the board scoring. Michigan has to finish. They got to put them down. Don't give them life. Put them down. Devin, they put them down with the running game at the end. Couldn't stop them.
Man.
You got to love it. You got to love it, DG. And by the way, what would happen in back all those years ago? I seem to remember it's like 2013, Devin, and
2013-ish.
And some quarterback. There's a quarterback. He's out there. He's running around. Yeah, 2012. Right. He's out there running around. Trying to run around 450 yards. But for that, maybe that's an L2. No, that is an L2, right? And maybe Al Borges is still on the ones and twos. Yep. At that point, if that game is won. I gotta talk up for my fellas, man.
Yeah. I mean, it goes without saying, you know what I mean? You literally lose by 1 point with an immobile quarterback who is all these years, he's not a good passer. Well, I just dropped back and torched these fellas who got all these first rounders, right? Pros. All those guys are still pros, by the way. And they couldn't do nothing with me. Like, it wasn't even close. And, we lose the game, obviously, broken foot, all those different things. But I think you're exactly right. I mean, but it didn't happen. And guess what? It just made this one even sweeter.
It sure did. Let's go right back to the phones, Mr. Weintraub.
Let's go to Illinois and talk to DJ. Good morning, DJ.
How you doing? Go Blue, baby.
Yeah, there you go, DJ. How you feeling, man?
It feels good. Man, I'm just going to tell you, it's just not Ohio State fans. Out in Illinois, we got Northwestern, Wisconsin fans coming out. I have to hear it every year, how they've been to Indianapolis and how we just at home can't get out the East. And it just feels good. My phone is silent. Don't have to hear OHIO. None of that. Feels good. We finally see it come through.
All right, DJ. Appreciate you. Ira, let's go right back.
All right, we're going to go right back to the phones. We're going to talk to Michael down in Tampa, Florida. What's up, Mike?
Good morning, Sam, Ira, Devin, one of my favorite Michigan players, man. Honored to share the airwave with you right now. Sam, I got just a quick little tiny story. First, Aiden Hutchinson should be in jail for what he did to that left tackle 75. Man. When he put him on the ground, you could have probably got him for assault. We could get him out before Saturday.
That's okay. Joe would have had him out by halftime.
You know what? 75 knows the name and the number that trucked him into the ground because he went down hard, and it was beautiful. Yep. But, Sam, Saturday, we spent Thanksgiving, and I live in Florida. We spent Thanksgiving in North Carolina with some friends, and they asked me to go to, of all places, buckle up, to go to the Appalachian State football game. And I said, no way, I'm watching Michigan. And he goes, man, we've seen this movie before, and we know how it ends. Let's go watch a team win. So I went, and I may or may not have gotten that whole stadium chanting "Go Blue" when they announced that Michigan beat Ohio State. The place went nuts. So I got season tickets. I'm watching every Michigan Ohio State game from Appalachian State going forward. If that's what it takes to win, I will do that. Of all places to be, I stood in that stadium when they announced the final score. I had tears coming down my eyes. I bought beers for everybody in our section, and we turned that place into a Michigan party. It was the greatest day of my life. I couldn't be happier, man, and I feel your energy. I lost my voice, too. Go Blue.
Thanks a lot, Mike. Appreciate it.
It's like the 14-year full circle coming back around, right?
Feeling it, Mike.
I'm telling you, there's probably so many people that went to work today without a voice, and their bosses they don't know about, they don't understand. They probably looking like, I need you to speak. Like,
I'm sure that's what Matt Spalding is saying. How can you be on the radio and you don't have a voice, man? What's up?
But here you get it. But there's a Michigan fan out
there. Knows why you don't have a voice.
There's a Michigan fan in Devin's saying there's a Michigan fan in like Tennessee somewhere supposed to go up and give some big PowerPoint presentation.
Right. They're like, what did he do last night?
Go to slide 3. All right, let's go back to the phones. Let's go to our buddy M. Go Shoe. What's up, David?
Ira, Sam, and DG. First of all, we let them score is pathetic. Pathetic. That's a tactic that's only used when a team is desperate. And the Buckeyes were beyond desperate at that point. They were beat down and befuddled. Well, let me tell you who needs to get their act right. That's the fair weather Michigan quote unquote fans who, even up to November 26th, were still convinced this team couldn't handle OSU. I don't want to hear it until they beat Ohio State. They said, well, they did it. So get on the bandwagon. There's room. But there are rules on this vehicle, and yes, you better act right going forward. Go Blue.
Thanks a lot, Dave. Yeah, and just listen next time, whether it's the Monday morning quarterback or the football breakdown with Borges or the football breakdown with Beffer or the football breakdown with Jackman. We gave you all kinds of information.
Sam, I go on the post-game show and I'm like, and I kind of to Go Shoes a point, I'm like, so for all the people that all week were like, they can't do this, they'll never do that, they can't whatever. I go, did you not listen to Sam all week? He literally laid out the blueprint of how this would play itself out. And it reminded me, I went back in the summer, I had conversations with people like, well, what do you think is going to happen? I go, well, sure, I can explain why the season can go off its rails, but let me tell you what I see squinting, what I think I can see along the horizon and what it could look like. And we talked about that back in August and September, and I was squinting, right? That squint is gone. All that stuff on the horizon that we thought we could see, the offensive line under Sherrod Moore, revamp, all that stuff. All those things, the defense looking different and looking totally
That's
collected.
a great point. Devin,
We saw all those things on the horizon, and we said, now that's got to come to fruition. And now 13 weeks later, 12 games later, Michigan's in the Big Ten championship game because all those things that we saw on the horizon, and so many people said that will never happen. It all happened.
Yeah, we'll get back to the phones, but we've talked a lot about, Gaddis and Mike McDonald and the questions about them heading into the season. But probably the biggest questions are about Sherrod. And what about the job Roan has done with that offensive line, man? That's what paved the way for this style of play.
Yeah, I mean, first, one of the things I live by is no always and no nevers. Learn that from Jeff Bile. No always and no nevers. So stop with all this. There's no
Jeff
way it
Bile,
can happen.
shout out to Jeff
That's
Bile.
my guy. And he said that when he said the first time to me, I said, you're exactly right. Because it ain't no never and ain't no always, right? So just stop with all that. But to my man, Young Moore, I mean, everybody, why we got this guy? He was coach tight end. Why he doing it? When I tell you he got them boys playing on another level, and in the respect that they have for him and the love he shows for them, I'm telling you, man, when I coached this legacy game, it's just a game. I had never met these kids, right? We going to halftime, it's tied or whatever, and I just sit down and talk to them, get to know, and just give them the real, and just pour into them everything that I have that could probably help them in their lives. And when I tell you, we went out and was outstanding. Everybody was outstanding. The quarterback had 5 touchdowns after throwing a pick right before halftime. And these are kids I don't know. So imagine Sherrod Moore, who is in that situation where he is pouring everything he has into those young men, and they believe it. And they bought in, and I love it. Half of football is how you feel about yourself. And which now X's and O's, he knows ball. That goes out saying. It's a lot of people that know ball. You can know ball as much as you want. If you can't get another person to run through a brick wall for you while knowing what they're doing during ball, you're screwed. You might as well just go ahead and just do it. Get on radio and talk about it. That's it. Because you can't do it. And Sherrod Moore, aside from being a good coach as far as the techniques and different things like that, plus he's a worker, right? He went and learned more. That man poured into those young men, and that's why they played the way they play. Plus, they see an opportunity behind them in Hassan Haskins, who's going to run all over.
Yeah, and that was probably of all the moves that Jim made, it was the most questioned one because you let go of a veteran offensive line coach and you went with Roan.
Man, he's a tireless worker too, man.
You know he knows
every time
ball.
I've ever gone to the building, Sherrod Moore was there. Every time, no matter when. Every single time, he's always there. And it's like, man, do you go home? Like, what are you doing? and I love it. And sometimes I'm worried. Like, do you ever go home? Like, you gotta get some business. If it take not having no business, you stay your butt in that building, Sherrod.
And here's the thing. I mean, he's an outstanding recruiter on top of it.
Yeah.
Roan's gonna be. I mean, he's a co-coordinator now. He's about to be a play caller.
Yeah.
He's about to be a play caller. It's coming. All right. So anyway, let's get to back to the phones.
Before we go back to the phones, I say Devin. All right, Devin saw over his shoulder. Good. All right, let's go back to the phones. We go to Matt in a car. Hello, Matt. How are you?
Well, all I can say is Ricola. Sam. And there are such things as commercial breaks. You need to go to a commercial break. You got to save your voice. You got a 20-hour countdown till we get to Saturday.
Hey man, tea with honey and lemon. I'm gonna load up on it for the next few days, man. I'll be all right.
You can load up on it, but I'm telling you, by the way, if Devin's going to already be in Indy with the Fox people, why do we have to wait till Monday? We'll be down there.
Well, look, I'm lobbying. The assignment hasn't been given out yet. Come on, Fox. I mean, I know who he could sub for easily. I'm
Would
just
you
saying.
just relax?
I'm just
what
saying.
is wrong with you?
I mean, I know professional courtesy. You got to show it. I don't.
Oh my God.
So I'm just saying, Devin needs to be down there. Needs to be.
Yeah, well, I guess sprinkle a little roofie in his uptime, knock him out. We'll load him up in the TK van. He can come right down along with us. We'll be good.
Did you just say go B.A. Baracus in the milk thing all right there?
Hey, Michigan Matt, I'm hoping that you got some plans for us, man.
We're meeting at 10:30, Sam.
Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, it was one game at a time. Now we're on to this next one. You know, there's a lot of big things that are coming out this week over the next, 48, 72, 96 hours. Just keep listening because you know it's coming.
All right, that's Michigan Matt. Going to have some plans for us. Let's go back to the phones, Mr. Weintraub.
Yes, let's go back to the phones and talk to our friend Randy in Belleville. What's up, Randy?
Hey, good morning, guys. It's been a long time. It's been hard to get through to you guys before. But listen, I'm going to tell you this. I've been telling everybody I know as a proud Michigan alum that we were going to win this. Everybody's like, oh, I don't know, T. I don't know. I said, look, what I've been seeing from these boys all year, they've been playing like true Michigan football players. I mean, the diving for passes, for catches, all out exceptional effort. But I got one thing better for you, Sam. There was a secret camera that recorded the halftime Ohio State locker room and all along the sidelines. And that speech, you've heard it before because it was in Cinderella Man when John Henry Lewis was fighting Braddock for the second time. And they said, what are you doing? You beat this guy easy last time. And what did they say? He's not the same guy. Michigan was not the same guy on the field. Go blue, baby.
Oh man, you saw that, Devin, when they ripped Roman's helmet off, and all the linemen went up. Said, "What's up? What you want to do?
You want some smoke? Or
what you want to do?
What's the smoke?
It was different, Devin. It's like you ain't gonna come in my own house and punk me. No, bro, that ain't happening.
You're not coming in here
time.
and stumping your feet in my Spartan and my logo in the middle of the field, and then we're not doing that. I feel like somebody did that before.
I feel like somebody did that too.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the phones, Mr. Weintraub.
All right, Sam, let's go down to Virginia and talk to Mike. What's up, Mike?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Sam?
Doing great.
A classic example of how much of a disservice Ohio State is doing in the education department. Ryan Day said he's going to drop 100 points. How you going to do that? You ain't even get to 30. Can you explain that? What kind of math they doing over there at Ohio State? Can you help me out with that?
They say basket weaving is a major, so
math is graduate
weaving.
level, and you have to be on campus to take math classes.
Hey, Ira, you gotta give us overtime for the people, man.
We're not going anywhere. We're not going anywhere. We're good.
All right, let's get. And Devin has to leave at 10, but we gonna keep it going.
Let's go down to Nashville, Tennessee, and talk to Kurt. Hello, Kurt.
Hey, go blue. I go back a little, but I love this team. I go farther than you guys, and I remember the 85 season where we lost to Iowa on 4 field goals, and it cost Bo Schembechler and Jim.
Right, and so again, don't overlook them. We on that. Let's go back to the phone.
Sorry we lost you there. We're going to get a couple more calls in before we do run out of time. And Sam, you were asking for the people without the voices. You think our friend Anthony in Orlando has a voice? Ant, what's up?
Ant, how you doing?
What's up, Sam? I'm here with you. I'm Tim, Toddy, all over with you, Sam. You and Devin, y'all the WTK family. Man, you guys, y'all been beautiful all year. I want to thank y'all for hiding us of what's going down in Ann Arbor. I love you guys. Go blue. Ow, you better be ready. So we're coming.
That's the best call I've ever heard.
That is the best. And Ant has had hundreds of great calls.
That's the best.
That
call
has got to be his best one.
Life. No voice, everything we talked about. That's awesome.
All right, one more before we get out of here. Let's go down to Virginia Beach and talk to Glenn. What's up, Glenn?
Glenn, Alvin. How you doing, Alvin? Is it Alvin or Glenn today? What's up, man? Long time no talk to. Nah, it's Glenn today. To hell with Alvin. I know you from Ohio, but to hell with Alvin. It's Glenn today. How you doing, brother? How you feeling? Come on, man.
Sam, see that, Sam? I'm supposed to be incognito, man. You keep blowing this for me. But, hey, I got 3 things to say. I'm gonna start off with Go Blue. The second thing is the owner or manager or whatever, Procutor,
The dealership?
Yeah.
He called it.
You're talking
He
about
called
Brighton
it.
Ford, John
Cuter
Cuter.
at Brighton Ford.
Brighton Ford. Yes, when he said how great of a game Haskins was going to have, and you guys niggered because Tim Biakatuga got 300-something yards. But he didn't get 5 touchdowns. So you guys didn't think it would be any way a tailback could do a better job or as good as Tim Biakatuga, and he called it. So first, I got to give kudos there. Secondly, Devin, I love the fact that you're on the air. I wanted to call since you first got on the air because, Devin, anything that may be misconstrued that you say about K is just coming back because when you were going into your senior year, I called the same station. I said, I can't believe they're talking about Devin having to compete for his starting job. It's his team. It's his job. What are they talking about?
You love Glenn, don't you? You love Glenn, don't you?
Your guy there, Sam, doubted it. Oh, it's just a sham. They're really not going to take Devin out of the starting lineup. Blah, blah, blah. I said, man, that's what they're talking about too much. I see it coming, and they messed with you your whole senior year, but you had to prove who had to be the man on the field when you got to the big game, just like Haskins did, just like Hutchinson did. I thought, hey, Sam.
Yes,
Sam,
sir.
this is Alvin saying go blue.
We appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Appreciate all of you. Enjoy the week. Bask in the glow. And of course, we hope to see as many of you as possible in Indy because we're going to be there. And I'll be damned if we don't get Devin Gardner there too. Come on, Fox. Come on, Fox. Do what you're supposed to do. Get my man DG in the house. We got to get out of here. Back tomorrow, another edition of the Michigan Insider. We're going to keep it going. We got Eric Adelson coming on. We got the Tiny Top 3 coming on. What else do we do on Tuesdays with KBA? We get it all in. Like always, going to have a lot of fun. So be sure to tune in. And don't forget, it's Cyber Monday over at themichiganinsider.com. 75% off is going away at the end of the day. Back tomorrow here on the Michigan Insider on Sports Talk 1050 WTK, The Ticket, the official voice of University of Michigan Sports, Ann Arbor, a Cumulus station.
That's in the whole